Hey everybody. You can tell that the week either went great or horribly when I'm not even in the office anymore for my Thursday call. And it went both. I stuck to my priorities, I guess. Let's see. The priorities I listed last week, or the goals, intentions for the week. That's what I call them. Intentions. This week, just trying my last nerve. Anyway, my intentions for the week were stick to having 1 to 2 priorities a day and making those the first things I do even before email. I did that well. Very well. Very much love that. Love that for me. Getting that done. Let's see. Peers. Talking to my peers. I actually put off two different calls with peers, but then reconnected with other people on text and on the phone. We lost a client this week, and I took it really hard. And at first I was like, why am I so upset about this? Like, what the fuck? My grandma died. I cried for a little bit, and then I basically just felt tired the rest of the time. I wasn't devastated. I lost a client, which happens. Everybody's going to lose clients in their life. That is going to happen. You don't want it to happen. I loved this guy. I thought he was really cool, but it happens. I was so sad. I was like, what the fuck? And then I was talking to a really good friend of mine who knows me well, and she was like, dude, of course you flipped out when you lost a client. Like, work is your sanctuary, and work was and I said it on Monday, and I didn't hear it for real. Work has always been my sanctuary. When things at home were hard for me, I started working early and worked hard. Worked, 2 jobs most of my life. I always had something else on the side of whatever work I was doing. Work has been my identity and my safe place for a long time. So of course, when my grandmother passed away, I fell back into the old habit of prioritizing work over everything, which is what I was doing. I was still grieving. I was still exhausted these last couple of months that I did that thing where I put 1 to 2 things on the to-do, and then I couldn't do anything else because I was just so tired. And then I was too tired. I didn't do other things that I love. I wasn't doing the things that I started this business to do. I said on Monday, I started this business so that it would support my life, not so that it would become my life. And then the last couple weeks, what I've done is prioritize the business, prioritize work, even when things didn't have to get done that day or that week even. I would prioritize work, and when friends would call me, I would put their call to voicemail because I was working. And I understand that there are times when you must put your friend's call to voicemail because you are working, because work is important. Except that I've spent the last 25 years of my fucking career talking about how I'm going to hang out with someone later, how I'm going to see someone later, how I'm going to do this later and later and later, and lost friends and lost relationships because I couldn't drag myself away from work. And that is where I was the last 3 weeks or so. I was just working. I wasn't really focusing. I wasn't doing any kind of thing. Wasn't able to be there for my family, my friends. So I showed up for a couple stuff, but I wasn't really paying attention, wasn't really there present, always just thinking about work in the back of my head. And that's not who I want to be. I want to be a present person for the people I love in my life. And spending all this time on work, especially when the outcome is that actually I lost somebody this week, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. So, I think that has to do with me being a person who hides in working. If I'm hurting, if I'm in pain, I go work. I don't address it. And that needs to change. I definitely saw that it had an overall negative effect on my emotional state and then also on my working product. It's not like the work I was drowning myself in was positive and made me tons of money. I still had a loss this week, so that sucks. Other new possibilities, definitely doing that. I'm going to talk about it hopefully more next week, but I just made a decision about sales pipeline that I hope will be positive decision for the company, which makes me very happy. And then self-compassion, kind of crappy at it. Definitely didn't have any compassion for myself when I lost that client. I was very upset with myself. Even though there's nothing I had any control over. He didn't leave because of me. He left because of him. So, the other thing was be quiet, do the next right thing. I think I got that. Later on in the week, I did get that. I did get that I was hiding in my work with an expectation that that I could produce something, could be productive, and that would validate me, and then I would feel better because I am sad, because my grandma is dead, and then I would be fine. And that was bullshit. And I realized it sooner, I think, than I realized that shit in the past, and I rectified it sooner. And I got on the phone with some people that know me from way back and care about me and can call me on my bullshit. And that was great. Made me very happy. And also made me realize, like, all I can do is try. All I can do is try my best here, you know? And if that means that I don't succeed, did I try my best? Did I give it my best shot? Yeah, okay. Then that's it. And I'm doing other things. You know, I just finished the second in a run of toxic productivity workshops, ironically, considering that I lost basically half a week to toxic productivity this week. But that's why I'm running these workshops, because this is something that's dear to my heart, that I've experienced, that I experience ongoing. This idea that if I just can figure out how to make money, make the company larger, make new clients, make new contracts, that in my mind, in my sort of like toxic productivity heart, that's the purpose for me. It's not that I do those things, make money, make clients, grow the company, so the end goal is not the end goal when I'm in a toxic productivity mindset. I just want to make more money and make more clients because that's going to validate me, because I wasn't properly validated as a child. I want to make more money and make more clients because I want to have an income. I want to have a good, steady income that I can rely on. I want to grow a company because I want to hire people. And I want to give people, a safe, healthy working environment that they can support themselves working at, and have a nice, pleasant work-life balance so that they can go do what really matters to them. That's the point of this motherfucker. And if I myself am not adhering to that when I am building this company, it's going to be built wrong. It's going to be broken from the start, and it's not going to be able to do what I want it to do. So I have to be very careful when I'm building this company. I want it to grow up good as a company. I want it to have those principles and that work-life balance and that good affirming shit. I want that to be baked in. And there's a voice in my head that's like, bitch, you need money. And I'm like, yes. And I need to get it the right way. I need to get it the right way. And exploiting people and hurting people is not the fucking right way. It's not. And even if the person I'm exploiting and hurting is me. Especially if the person I'm exploiting and hurting is me. Because if I spend my time on this company, if I ruin my health and my life for this company, it's going to be easier when I have employees to expect them to do the same thing. Because it'll be something I've normalized in my head. And I don't want to normalize abusive behavior. So, those are my intentions for the week, and that's how it went.